Hey everyone, so this is my income report for June 2020. Okay, so this month was a funny month. I didn't get much content written. I'm going to have to make up for that if I want to reach my goal of 365 articles in a year. But I did do a bunch of other stuff, so I'll just quickly go through all the stuff I've been doing this month. I bought 3 new domains, so I am expanding my portfolio big time, and I'm going to be smashing content onto each of those different domains. So 2 of them are display ad domains, and 1 is an affiliate site. I also set up nichesafari.com, so I guess I bought 4 domains this month. So I gained a few more links to site number 2, which was always the goal. Added 12 new articles across all my sites, which is 18 less than I wanted to. So I'm going to have to really work hard on getting back to my content. I did a Surfer SEO test case study thing that I will release on the 15th of this month, because I'm just letting it age to make sure that the results kind of have some time to filter through on the SERPs. I started hiring writers, which was good. I got one person got in touch with me through Niche Safari and offered to do some writing for me, and I took him up on that offer. Still looking for some good writers, and so hopefully he'll work out, and yeah, we'll go from there and start sort of building a bit of a team. And I moved over from Kinsta to WPX hosting, and there were a few hiccups there, but it saved me a bit of money. So that's the main things I did this month. So here's the new portfolio. So I've always had these first 2 sites. So they're site 1 and site 2 in all my income reports. So at the moment, they're making me, well, I haven't updated that income. I made more than that this month. We'll look at the income in a minute. And then all the content for both of them was written by me. Site number 3, brand new affiliate site that I'm excited about. I've written 7 articles. I've just sent 1 to a writer, and me and that writer who got in touch with me through Niche Safari, he and I are going to work on that site together and just smash out as much content as possible. And then 2 more display ad sites. Hopefully at least one of them will end up being successful. Currently I'm outsourcing all of that content to iWriter. I haven't been super happy with iWriter yet. So we'll see where we go. I might try buy, sell text, or try to find writers in other ways and try to build up a team of good writers. I should say, essentially my goal for those 3 new sites is get them up to 100 articles as soon as possible. Okay, so site number 1. If you remember from last month's income report, I predicted that my sessions will drop from 200,000 to 160,000. They dropped to 170,000, so I was pretty close to that prediction. The reason that they dropped was because last month I had 1 article that was trending, and obviously it's not trending this month. I'm also aware that even though my SERPs have been rising because I've been recovering from the May update, this is going into its low season, this site. So you can't expect too much from it over the next few months. So the revenue from this one was $1,306 from Ezoic. That was a little bit better than last month, despite having like 40,000 less people coming to the site, because my EPMV jumped and it's up above $8 now, which I'm really happy about. The affiliate revenue for site number 1, so there's 50 articles that are just Amazon affiliate articles. There wasn't really much thought put behind these articles. They're not in silos, they're not in content clusters, they're just a bunch of random articles. So you can't expect too much from them, and I'm just happy with any revenue from these. So it's $161 this month. I put these all up in February, so it was about 5 months ago. And yeah, I mean, that's nice, I guess. So here we go. Contrast with last month. So the site's 15 months old. I'm up to a little bit more. You can see that EPMV jumped from $6.60 to $8.05. I'm super stoked about that. Everything jumped up a little bit, and then my total revenue is just under $1,500, which is awesome. The only other thing to add about site number 1 is it did recover a little bit from the May update, but not fully. So the peak for this site was 62 articles in the top 3, and the average position of the articles was position 35. The May 4 update saw that drop to average position of 43 and only 54 articles in the top 3. And now I have recovered a little bit. I've got more articles than I've ever had in the top 10, but my average position is still not back to 35, and I still have 61 in the top 3, so I'm still a little bit lower than my peak. So we're coming out, just like most people, coming out of that May update crash. There's been a bit of a course correction by Google, it seems, and I'm getting a few of my rankings back, but I'm not back to where I was. Okay, so site number two. Site number two, you might remember last month was really growing big time. This month, it's a little bit flatter, and that's consistent with what I predicted. So this month, I'm at 7,000 sessions and 8,200 page views. The affiliate income is amazing though. $720 from the US site. That is more than double last month. Last month I made $330. So still seeing some growth here. I'd love to see this website get to over $1,000 in affiliate revenue. But that's out of my hands. I've already done the work, and we're just seeing where Google puts me now. So we'll see what happens. And then we've got some UK income, £21. Got some Canadian income, that's 55 Canadian dollars. And that brings me to, so you can see last month my total revenue was $330 and 6,900 page views. This month, 8,200 page views, so on the up still. And total revenue was $781.96. That's really nice. The site is 11 months old, and I still think that I can squeeze a little bit more revenue out of it. I would love to see that getting over $1,000 a month. Okay, last thing I'll just highlight for this month is that I'm putting all of my money at the moment straight back into reinvesting in the site. So this month I'm going to spend $1,500, and there's a little breakdown. I'll go through that breakdown in a minute. I made $2,200, but when I started this business, it is it's a corporation. So when I started, I lent myself 4,000 Canadian dollars. So that's about 3,000 US dollars. And by the end of this tax year, so by the end of December, I have to pay myself back all that money essentially in order to have everything right with the tax agency. So some of that money is going to have to go back into paying myself back to make sure that the corporation is all balanced. And the rest of it is going into reinvesting. So I'm going to buy 5 backlinks. 4 of them are guest posts, 1 of them's a niche edit, and 3 for site 2 and 2 for site 1. I mentioned before that I was a little bit disorganized in the way in which I put together all of my affiliate articles for site number 1. There were 50 affiliate articles, but there are no content clusters or anything. So I've had in the back of my mind for a couple of months that I really need to go back, and for the couple of those articles that are generating me revenue, I need to build some content clusters around them to build up their topical authority and shoot some backlinks at them. So I've set aside $200 this month for a couple of backlinks. Outreach total, so I'm buying writers now. This is where most of my revenue is going to be invested. So there was one person who got in touch with me through Niche Safari. He offered to do some writing for me, and I managed to kind of fiddle with the budget, and I decided that I could probably afford about $250 for him to write 4 product articles per month. And then the rest of them are for iWriter at the moment, but I'm going to try maybe buy sell text instead, and they're articles for sites 4 and 5. As I said, I'm just trying to get them up to 100 articles on each of those sites as quickly as possible. So writing total is $772 is how much I'm going to spend on writers this month. Plus, I'm obviously going to keep writing myself. And then my regular service fees for Ezoic hosting and the rank tracker comes to $255, and that's the total cost of $1,500. So overall, that's the overall revenue. So $943 from Amazon across the 2 sites, $1,300 from Ezoic, and $21 from additional affiliates. $500 more than last month. I can't complain at all. Fingers crossed we keep this at least 2,270 next month, and maybe even get to 2,500. Who knows what will happen with Google and Amazon and viruses and all sorts of things. A month is a long time in internet marketing. So we'll see what happens, and I'll see you next month for a July update.